What's up, creatures? We are back here at NAMM at the Dean Guitars booth, and I have with me the lovely, wonderful, one and only Buddy Blaze. What's up, buddy?
NAMM?
Yeah, there you go. Sounds good. What's new? How have you been all weekend?
Oh, just great. Having a great time out here. This finally got to, I've been so busy I didn't get to go to the Dean booth yet, and I can't, NAMM ain't NAMM without the Dean booth.
You know, you're absolutely right, but you're here now, so it's okay. You're forgiven.
I get to see my old friend.
Yeah, come over here. Let's come check this stuff out. What's going on? What's up? Give us a scoop.
When I was a kid, I used to play this guitar in clubs.
Yes.
And then there was this little bitty, skinny, curly-haired guy. He used to go, "Dude, could you make me one like that?" You know. But anyway,
now you gotta tell the fans watching what this is, because that's pretty significant.
this is the Dean from Hell.
The original.
The only Dean from Hell. The original only Dean from Hell. This actually was a guitar I used to play. When I first got it, it was red. Darrell won it when he was a teenager from an Arnold Morgan guitar contest in Dallas, Texas.
Which is where I'm from, ironically.
Really? Nice to meet you. I used to live in Arlington.
Did you really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You know.
All of us Texans, we always end up gravitating together.
I'm a Hawaiian now.
Are you?
But anyway, this is honestly, this is the best guitar I ever owned. And Darrell actually asked me if I would make him a copy of it. And I always told him I would, but I never would. And one day I went to work for another guitar company, and I drove over to Darrell's house before I got on the plane and said, "Darrell, you know, why don't you borrow this for a while I'm making that guitar that I was never going to make?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Dude, I can't do that. I'll scratch it. I'll mess it up." You know, he was a young guy, a young little skinny guy, and not quite as famous as he was a little later on. Anyway, so I gave him the guitar to borrow. He calls me up a few weeks later. He goes, "Dude, whatever it's going to take, I got to have that guitar. I can't let it back."
Really?
You know, and I said, "Well, Darrell, you know that was the red guitar you wanted Arnold Morgan before we painted it all up and everything." And he goes, "Oh, yeah." And I said, "Remember what I told you?" Because he tried to sell this guitar to me before all this stuff. And I told him, "You don't sell your trophies."
Right, exactly.
And I wouldn't buy it. But one day the singer of my band walks into rehearsal and he's carrying this big old Dean case. And he goes, "You won't believe what I got." And I go, "I don't even want to see it."
Right.
I said, "Any guitar I got," my singer had that guitar one day, and I said, "Any guitar I got is yours." So of course he takes the most expensive guitar I own, but I didn't care. And so I played this, then repainted it a couple times, put the Floyd Rose in it.
Wow.
And Darrell saw it one day at a Dallas guitar show and just flipped out over it, and then kind of, asked me for quite a while, "Would you make me a copy of it?"
Right. Yeah.
And I told him I would, but honestly, you can't copy. I mean, this is the original.
Yeah.
It's like for Darrell, why would you give him anything less?
Absolutely. Yeah, I absolutely agree. Well, the thing that's really cool about this, I love like the Kiss sticker.
I
and
can
just
do that.
Yeah. Well, just to think that he actually put this sticker on. I noticed that he's got the holes in the knobs to give it a better grip,
Yeah.
and all the wear on it. It's just.
I love this. Is definitely an original pickup that would have been in the guitar. I'm sure looking at this switch, that's the original switch. I'm sure the pots are the same. I painted, these were brass, and I painted this black. Over the years it corroded a little bit, so it's not, you could tell. One of the interesting things to the real Floyd aficionados is the blocks go this way.
Right.
Most of them go this way. All right. Here's the real deal. This is the bridge, the original bridge from the Dean from Hell.
Okay.
And I think one of the times, I'd have to ask Grady about it, but I think at some point when the headstock was busted off, Darrell wanted that bridge.
Yeah, I heard the headstock got broken off like 6 different times or something off this.
Yeah. Darrell go, dude, I fucked it up again. But anyway, if you were to take these saddles off, I ground each one of these saddles to mimic the radius of the fretboard, and that's one of the reasons that it played so well. But this thing was just so full of soul, so full of love, and it was honestly the best guitar I ever owned in my life.
Wow.
And I was so proud to give it to Darrell.
Oh my God.
And then Darrell gave me these python snakers. You remember snakers?
Yes.
He gave me he goes, "Dude, you want some snakers?" He hooks me up, man. And then he goes, he made these sunglasses for me. They got my name on it, lightning bolts all over it. Remember the old SWAT shields? He used to get like the Korean copies of them and put stickers all over them. So he gave me that, and then he gave me this pink Flying V. And I don't remember. I just remember I hated that guitar.
Somehow I don't see you in pink.
Anyway, so I got rid of that guitar right away. Now I wish I had it. I don't even remember what it was. It was just a Flying V. But unfortunately when Darrell passed, what I didn't realize, he was always sending me letters. He was always sending me cards, always sending me pictures. And when the first NAMM after that we were doing, Dean asked me if I would help, supply some pictures and things like that. I said, of course I would, and anyway, we just came across so much cool stuff. And the love never stopped.
Of course. Now, where do these things live? Where do these guys live when they're not being displayed here at NAMM?
I don't know. I think they live down at Dean headquarters, but they could be with Rita. I really honestly don't know. I wouldn't mind if it was in Hawaii, but,